This is shorter one. Interesting short. Doesn't really make my big. This is a little more zoomed out. Hey guys, I want to talk to you today about starting our offensive. Hey guys, I want to talk to you to get 1 minute and 20 seconds. What's up, Texans fans? Want to talk to you about our training camp today. Training camp coming up to 1:30, 1:40. What's up, Trey? What's up? 150. What's up, Houston, Texas fans? Want to talk to you about our training camp coming up today, coming up this week. I just want to go over the offensive starters and those in proximity to starting. You know, like the Trent Brown, Braden Smith situation. So starting off with the beginning, starting with our we're just gonna go through offense, some of our offensive projected starters this today. Uh, Starting on quarterback, C.J. Stroud. Last year had 3,041 yards, 19 touchdowns in 13 games. I don't count the Denver game because he got hurt in the first quarter, but in the first 5 minutes. Uh, just a little bit on C.J. Stroud going into his fourth year. Second year with Nick Haley, into the second year with Nick Haley with the offense. I think our offense will be better this year. We do have some more talent on the offensive line. Bringing in guys like Braden Smith and Wyatt Tiller. Uh, just being realistic, I don't expect them to give us a just oh my god we're gonna be the Eagles offensive line, but we should be better. It's like incrementally better, like slightly better, incrementally better, great. I think we're gonna be just better. We should be able to pass the ball, run the ball, maybe run the ball at will, since this offensive line is more geared to running the ball. Um, C.J. Stroud, man, I think he had a pretty solid regular season outside the numbers of if you were to. I know we hate doing this, but if you were to project out the numbers for what he had this season, he healthy in those last 4 games, he would have had almost near 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns. His PFF grade was I think a 72.9 in the 13 games he started. He played well down the stretch. We did see some growth from C.J. Stroud in his ability to be able to get the ball out of his hand and get into some quick rhythm passing. So still believe in C.J. Stroud. Still believe that he can get the job done. I know he will. We've seen quite the change this off season. So we'll see. It's TBD on C.J. Stroud, but I believe in him, and I will believe he will not only get the job done, but he will excel. Amen. Amen. All right, going into our, like I said, this is just a starter video, and those that are adjacent to starting. So Davis Mills could start at some point if whatever reason C.J. Stroud continues to regress and not do well, or if he gets hurt. Davis Mills could start, so that's why I'm putting on my projected offensive starters and those adjacent to starting on this list. Davis Mills played well and backup duty. He was able to come in that Jacksonville game and lead us to victory with the 11-yard scramble to the end zone. He did well. A lot of Texas fans are clamoring for Davis Mills. Yeah, he did well. I'm not clamoring for Davis Mills. He had 3 years to show us what he had. 1 year of complete start to show us what he. I mean, here's my thing. Stay with me now. Davis Mills at his best versus C.J. Stroud at his best looks different. That's all I'm saying. Davis Mills at his best and C.J. Stroud at his best. Davis Mills is going into his 6th year. So operationally, when he came in, yeah, it did look better sometimes. At times, operationally, it did look better at times. So it did look better at times, but we're talking about ceiling here. We're talking about a guy that's pushing 30 versus the guy that's 24, 25 years old. And we have seen C.J. Stroud's ceiling, well, not ceiling, well, what he can be. And I just believe C.J. Stroud at his best versus Davis Mills at his, completely different. I believe in Stroud, and I get off my hard horse on Stroud, but, I'm going for it. All right, so coming up, running back, David Montgomery, we traded for him, a 6th-round pick out of Detroit. And then adjacent to starting, Woody Marks is our 3rd down specialist, receiver out of the backfield. David Montgomery, good, solid, strong back, physical guy. Very good on the goal line, like uncannily good running back on the goal line. He's a gotta have it back. If you gotta have it, David Montgomery will give it to you. I've heard people say, here's Mixon and then here's like Singletary, and they expect Montgomery to be here. That's about where I am. He'll be a good starting running back. I give him maybe 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. He'll be a good back. He'll give us some good plays. He is an underrated receiver out of the backfield, so hopefully to utilize him there a little bit more. But coming out of the backfield, I want Woody Marks to come out of that backfield receiver. He had 200 yards. He had 200 receptions coming out of college. Let's utilize Woody Marks coming out of the backfield. Amen? Let's do that. There's a lot of underutilization going on in this offense. And we need to maximize these guys, optimize our young guys. Let's get that going. I understand that there was some when I look back over some of the things that Nick Haley said about being hamstrung by having the sixth offensive line. He didn't really want to be in that and being hamstrung by tight ends. I get that. I understand that, but we need to optimize our young guys. And we're gonna see if Nick Haley's gonna be able to do that. We continue to hear about how the offense is light years ahead. We'll see. We will see. Segueing into our tight end position. Dalton Schultz had a PFF grade of 73.6. He had 80 receptions on 795 yards, something like that. I'm guessing I'm looking at down his name down here. Dalton Schultz, yes, he did well. He did excel, but Dalton Schultz is a recipient of being a target merchant. Like who else did you have? Then we had the baby wide receivers early in the season. You know what I mean? Yes, Dalton Schultz is able to get open 5 to 7 yards. Good for him. We need more than Dalton Schultz. He's a good, solid veteran, and I appreciate what he did for this team. But there's a reason why myself and Texas fans are clamoring and looking forward to what our tight ends outside of Dalton Schultz could be. So just moving on down the list, Foster Moreau, the team guy. Everybody seems to love Mr. Foster Moreau. A team guy, fun guy. Going to be primarily one of our blocking tight end, but he has some versatility as far as being a receiver also. Spent a lot of time in with the Saints. He had some stress and put out this thing to where he had some good things to say about C.J. Stroud. And Everybody's kind of they're talking about how the offense looks better. They're gonna be better. Gonna be light years ahead. And then some people feel like, well, man, they just pumping stuff up. I don't feel like that. Too many people are saying the same thing, and where there's smoke, there's fire. Amen. Amen. So, Foster Moreau. Uh, Marlon Klein isn't starter adjacent, so I won't go too much into him. But we're excited. He's a height, weight, speed, free demon. Can't wait to see him. I hope here's the fantasy element here, right? I hope Marlon Klein does so well that we get rid of that we are okay with this guy. We can get rid of Dalton Schultz. I hope it comes to that. And then River did not start Jason, but I want to see what Barrett has also. So we're talking about our starters: Dalton Schultz, for tight end, Dalton Schultz, Foster Moreau. We have a deep tight end group, but this is about the starters. All right, so getting into our favorite group here that we love to talk about, much maligned at one point, but on paper they look better. Starting with our young left tackle, Ariante Ursery. He posted a 59.3 PFF grade, but I think what he allowed was that. I was surprised he allowed 8 sacks, but a lot of that was in the first couple of games. But down the stretch, Ariante Ursery looked good. I didn't even notice Ariante. I was not, after a certain point in the season, like week 11, week 12, I wasn't worried about pressure coming from that side. And we didn't see a lot of pressure coming from that side. Whatever Ursery gave up, early in the season, that by the time we got to get ready for playoff time, that wasn't an issue. And I think people are really kind of overlooking Ursery and say, okay, well, yeah, I think we have our franchise tackle. I do. Yes, I'm an optimistic guy, but but realistically, I believe we found our guy left tackle in the second round. 6'7", 330, big guy, long physical guy, has all the tools to be successful, and he will be. Case closed, period. He needs to continue to progress. He needs to continue to use his hands well, use his length well. Use what you have, sir. And I'm very encouraged by what I saw down the stretch with Ariante Ursery. Amen. Going to our second guy, Wyatt Teller, left guard out of Cleveland. Posted a PFF of 62.2 grades allowed. What was that? 2 sacks. On paper, Wyatt Teller is swarmy as hell. But there's some things I didn't like in his when he was interviewing that he said. He was like, oh, I just felt bogged down, and maybe I didn't give my effort because we were losing. That's not swarmy, sir. That's not fucking swarmy. We need better than that. Wyatt Teller, but his play also, Wyatt Teller will put a motherfucker's face in the dirt. That's what he does. That's what he did. He is a former All-Pro. We need to see the best of Wyatt Teller. We need to know if the shit gets hard, that you're gonna still be at your very best. You're not in Cleveland anymore. You're a Houston Texan, and we're about to fucking swarm. So do what you do. Put a motherfucker's face in the dirt. Amen. Don't forgive me for that's left guard. Center, like I said, this is about our projected offensive starters and those that are adjacent to starting. We got quite the ordeal here at center. We got we got quite the ordeal here at center. So we have Jake Andrews slotted there. I thought Jake Andrews did well. Apparently, I was wrong. I had a lot of some issues with missed snaps. Has some issues with blocking. Of course, we all know about the Jeffrey Simmons debacle. But I thought he was as bad as he was. It wasn't as bad as the year before. So I thought he was solid. Apparently, he was not. And he's in a competition with Keelan Big Red Willis. This is my guy, Big Red, Swarmy AF. Big Red, Swarmy, Big Red, Swarmy AF. 6'4", 320, big physical guy. Down, great run blocker. Decent pass blocker. Didn't have a lot of experience of stepping the ball to Georgia Tech, but I believe he can do it. In mandatory minicamp and rookie minicamp, he did struggle with snapping the ball. Hopefully, I believe he should be with CJ. Follow CJ Stroud around, and you guys should be, practicing snapping the ball. When he takes the wide receivers out there to California, have your ass out there with him. Amen. He needs to. If he can get, because we know if he can get the ball snap together, we can. He can be good for us. Keelan Murray in the college posted a 78.6 PFF. His coach at Georgia Tech said that he can be an All-Pro center. TBD. We'll see. I believe mostly on this list, other than C.J. Stroud and Keelan Murray. I'm a big fan of Big Red, and I'm a big fan of what he's going to be able to do. So, now going down to our staying right here at our center position, like I said, this is a video about offensive starters and those that are adjacent to starting. We have Everett Brown coming from Arizona, and has a lot of experience after the ball. Spent some years in Arizona. He's in the mix there for that center competition. Now we're hoping that Keelan Brothers can go and win that out for us. But Jake Andrews has experience, and then he has another year within here and being able to progress. So don't be surprised if Jake Andrews starts the season, guys. Like, don't be surprised. Right guard, not a lot of adjacent there. Ingram posted 71.5 PFF grade. Most had like a 78 grade against the run. So Ed Ingram should be good for bringing back Ed Ingram. That was a good signing, bringing him back. I'm happy with what he did, and as horrible as the Kenyon Green situation was, I am glad that we were able to get the Minnesota Vikings Kenyon Green and that turn him into something. I'm very happy for Ed Ingram, good run blocker. Ed Ingram, he's Ed Ingram. I mean. So, at right tackle, we got y'all gonna be mad at this one. Slated to start is Braden Smith. But Trent Brown, in every single area, across the board, Trent Brown, when he got back, in every area was better than Braden Smith was in all his games last year. Oops. Now I know Braden Smith had some mental issues, and he went to get some psychedelics or the dark sister treatment or whatever the hell he was doing. I hope he has his head straightened on. But Trent Brown, allowed 11 pressures, 1 sack, 3 hits. If Trent Brown is, and then to begin the season, he was not even healthy when we started the season. We just missed that. He was not even healthy when we started the season, so Trent Brown should be our starter. I'm sorry, guys. I know we put the investment in Braden Smith, and we did invest some money into capital into Trent Brown, but Trent Brown should be the starter. 6'9", 345. Give me the big dog. They both are old and hurt with some upside. Trent Brown, Braden Smith, old, hurt, tall, big, upside. Braden Smith is a 6'7", 320. We got some big old boys on the offense. You notice that? We got some big old boys on this offensive line this year. We need that. So we're gonna. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna be able to run the ball this year. Amen. We're gonna be able to run the ball this year. But I think Trent Brown will be the starter there. But slated, Braden Smith, whatever. All right, going down to wide receiver, Nico Collins. Nico Collins had a PFF grade of 87.4, and I want to add guys that PFF grades are what they are, but they're just a metric to be used. With quarterback, there's a lot. With a quarterback, there's a lot of qualifiers on that shit. But offensive line that I kind of trust those metrics a little bit more with offensive line. So, but Nico Collins 87.4 PFF grade, or had 1,100 yards, was it 9 touchdowns? He missed a couple of games. Nico Collins is great. Nico Collins is top 5 wide receiver. Nico Collins is excellent. I need Nico Collins to be available in high time situations. Huh? I'm sorry, I talk a little fast. I need Nico Collins was great. Nico Collins had 1,100 yards. Nico Collins had 10, 11 touchdowns. I need him to be available in high time situations. Be available. Stay healthy. Top 5 wide receiver to me. Now we get into the youngins. Jaden Higgins posted a 68.4 PFF grade, had 525 yards and 6 touchdowns. Feels like a breakout coming. Jaden Higgins, 6'4", 215 pounds. I feel like this guy's gonna break out. We need the young guys to break out. We need the young guys to break out. Let me back up. We need the young guys to break out. Jaden Higgins had a decent rookie season. Big guy, possession guy, strong hands. Has some inside out versatility. I want us to use more Jaden Higgins in that slot. It's like some sort of like power slot. To really get like that, I believe Jaden Higgins can be more effective like in a slot, because while he doesn't have he has a lot of straight line speed. And I believe he'll be able to uncover as a big target in the middle of the field and as a red zone threat. And then I have Jalen Noel and Tank Dell on the outside, maybe competing. I don't know. Segues into Jalen Noel, had 292 yards and I believe was 2 touchdowns as a vertical deep grade, explosive guy, explosive playmaker. His guy Jaden Higgins said that he got even more explosive this offseason. Looking to see what he can do without old man Christian Kirk not taking up all the snaps. So excited with that. We need the young guys, man. We need them to step up. We need them to be better than what they were. I know for me, I expected, okay, man, we got 2 young guys, they're fast, big, they got the whole Iowa State thing going. We need more from them. We need a lot more from them. We need to be able to, I know we put emphasis on running the ball this year and being more tough and more physical and more swarm, amen, but we need to be able to pass the ball also. And I believe Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel, Tank Dell, predicted starters, that they should be able to help us do that. As far as Tank Dell, nobody wants to hear this, but if Tank Dell is what he's supposed to be, this shit is over with. It's over. If Tank Dell is healthy, it's over. Okay? We know what he can do. Elite, quick playmaker, great routes, extremely good lateral agility. If Tank Dell is healthy, this is my prognosis. This is my analysis for Tank Dell. If he's healthy, it's over. All right, guys, that's my list here for today with the offensive starters. Be blessed. Amen.